To begin our program tonight, we'll have the reading of the Devotional and the Invocation given by Mr. Roy Neal Davis.
This is a special night for a lot of you. It's special to me. It's been a big part of my life. Working, trying to encourage you, to help you. I want to read to you something tonight to be a help to you. Help your life. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice with understanding, if thou seekest after her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is like a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keeps the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of the saints. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and the poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
To welcome the 1987 senior class, their parents, guardians, grandparents, and other relatives and friends, platform guests, and faculty members to the commencement program for the 1987 graduating class of Edmonson County High School. We appreciate your attention tonight, and we want you to feel at ease during this program. I know it's warm and a little humid in here, but we do want you to give your complete attention to the program and these graduates as they are recognized tonight and honored. And we want to try to keep this program down to a reasonable length of time, but at the same time we want to recognize these people for these accomplishments tonight. I'd like to make this announcement before we begin that Steve Doyle will be making a videotape of this program, and he will have that on sale for $12. If you're interested in buying a copy, you can contact Steve or Debbie Doyle. This time I want to introduce our Superintendent of Schools for a few comments. So, Mr. David Webb, Superintendent of Edmonson County Schools, would you come forward?
Thank you, Mr. Alexander. Distinguished platform guests, which include our very special members of the Edmonson County Board of Education, parents, relatives, and friends of the 1987 graduating class. I assure you that all of us are very proud of this group of young people that are in front of you. They have distinguished themselves in a variety of manners that will be described in more detail later on. They have been the beneficiaries of some very special help from other people. I know I can speak for these graduates, or soon-to-be graduates, when I say that they're very thankful to you parents, even though they may not always demonstrate that thoughtfulness. They are very appreciative of the efforts that you've made. I think also they are very appreciative of the efforts that the faculty here at the high school have made toward their education. As they go out tonight, I have a thought or two that I'd like to share with them. First, again, I would like to congratulate them with all sincerity for reaching this important milepost. Throughout your education, your teachers have told you that it's important to know what it is you're trying to learn. Establish a goal. I hope that you do not assume that you have reached that goal now. Education is a lifelong experience. We are continually in pursuit of the successful life. I believe if you will keep a very simple thought in mind, your path to success can be much simpler. It's very important that you establish sound priorities and maintain a steady pursuit of them. I believe it's very important that you establish as a top priority a spiritual relationship with your Maker. That has to be the most important pursuit of this lifetime. Then behind that we can start talking about devotion to family, your responsibilities there. And then there will be ample time left for a zealous pursuit of a productive career. And if you will just maintain those priorities, establish your time as you grow older, I think you'll be surprised at the happiness that you can enjoy. Thank you for being such wonderful students. It's been a pleasure for me to be associated with you. And I know that I speak for the other teachers and administrators when I say that we view this experience with both happiness and sorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Webb, for those very true comments. And this time I'm going to ask Mr. Roy James to come forward and he will conduct the program from this point on.
Thank you, Mr. Alexander. Distinguished platform guests. If I had to say one thing, I would like to add to the things Mr. Webb said here, which are your priorities. The secret there is the management of your time, boys and girls, for the future. How efficiently you manage your time is going to determine your successes, whether or not it's good study habits or what you're pursuing. The management of your time in a good manner is going to determine those things. I know each of you are going to have adversities or downfalls throughout your life. These are to be expected. But the boy or girl that's going to be the most successful is the young gentleman or the young lady that's going to recover from those adversities the most quickly and adjust to the new situation. In addition to that, remember, lost time is never found. That's one of those priorities I'd like you to keep in mind. Lost time is never found, or wasted time. At this time, I'd like to point out some people that I think have distinguished themselves. These graduates have distinguished themselves by winning certain awards in their classes. And before I announce those people who have won those awards, I want to mention the fact here that our board and our superintendent have provided us with this nice new stage platform here for us to be on this evening, which is much larger. And in my opinion, it's first class. We appreciate this, Mr. Webb, and the board members who supported this. Now, we had our award ceremony today, and these people have won awards. And I'm going to call your name, and as I call your name, I'd like you to stand, and I'm going to announce the award that you won. When I finish, I'd like for each of you to rise. Horticulture, Ellen Miller. Art 3, Jason Lindsay. Art 4, Kelly Beckler. Drama, Michelle Elmore. English 4, Tammy Simpson and Gina Elmore. World Civilization, Celia Cannon. Biology 2, Reggie Burnett. Chemistry 2, Melvina Meredith. Physics, Melanie Morris. The Warren RECC Award, Kim Petit. Advanced Math, Melvina Meredith. Computer Math, Greg Skaggs. Physical Education 2, Kim Jaggers. Driver Education, Shane Thomas. Auto Mechanics, Jeff Minyard, who's unable to be here this evening. Welding, Terry Sanders. Woodworking, Roy Wingfield. Food for Special Occasions, Mike Reed. Child Care, Tammy Hicks Slaughter. Business Math, Laura Douglas Webb. Accounting 1, Melanie Morris. Business Specialization, Michelle Blanton. Business Management, Michelle Blanton. Business Communications, Gina Elmore. Model Office, Michelle Blanton. Shorthand 1, Tammy Simpson. Our Yearbook Staff Award goes to Stephanie Clemens. The Daily News Award, Miss Donna Kidwell. And our Woodman of the World Outstanding U.S. History student is Shane Elmore. With those students, please stand and be recognized. I want to mention here that I think each of you are unique in that, as far as I'm concerned, all you graduates are winners. But these that won these special awards are special winners, in my opinion. If I have a correct count, there was 30 of those people have won awards. Now I'd like for the parents of these people that won awards, please stand in the audience. The parents of these people that won these awards, I'd like you to please stand and be recognized. You know, there's many times that our youth, our young boys and girls, make a lot of efforts, and the backing that we give these young boys and girls, parents, is the thing that many times causes them to tick and do a better job. Parents' expectations are one of the greatest influences on the youth of today. Parent expectations. Our next group are our students who have perfect attendance. Now, these are seniors. We had 7 people who distinguished themselves by being here in school every day, including today. Every day, including today. As I call your name, I'd like for those people to stand and be recognized. Greg Woosley. Dana Webb. Donna Kidwell. Laurie Rourke. Danny Petit. Martha Carter. and Connie Helson. Let's give these people a hand. Could we have the parents of those people please stand? You know, it takes a lot of encouragement for a little boy or girl to start to school, and a lot of times they get to thinking, well, I don't feel too well, and I don't think I'll go today, and Mama or Daddy says, well, honey, go on, you'll get feeling better later on, and you go on to school, and you make a day of it, and you did feel better. So we're proud of you, boys and girls. Now, this next group of people, in my opinion, are extremely special. This next group of people, there are 13 of these people. They've distinguished themselves by being the recipients of our Presidential Academic Fitness Award. These students must fulfill all the criteria listed here to qualify for the Presidential Academic Fitness Award. I want to mention to you the criteria. They must have a B+ overall average composed of all grades in school, including all semesters, including graduation, or a 3.3 on a 4-point scale. A 3.3 on a 4-point scale. They must have standardized achievement test scores at the 80th percentile or better in both verbal and mathematical skills. Both verbal and mathematical skills. They must also pursue 12 credits in what we call the new basic, grades 9 through 12. These seniors must complete graduation of 12 high school or higher level courses, units distributed among new basics. That is including English, mathematics, science, social studies, foreign language, computer science. They must pursue those as well. Now, as I call your name, I'd like for those people to please stand. Reggie Burnett, Tammy Sue Simpson, Peggy Elaine Mello, Laura Michelle Douglas Webb, Robert Ovis, Wendy Leigh Hogan, Jeffrey David Haynes, Travis Lane Miller, Robert L. Hardin, Gina Lynn Elmore, Yvonda Gail Miller, Stephanie Ann Sanders, Ellen Marie Miller. These people all won our Presidential Academic Fitness Award. Let's give them a nice hand. Now then, can we have the parents of these recipients please stand in the audience? Now then, at this time, we'll have our special music by our ECHS band. members of the band. This part of our program, we introduce our salutatorian. Our salutatorian for this evening is Miss Tammy Sue Simpson. She's from the Sweden community. She's the daughter of Charles and Vicki Simpson. She's the granddaughter of John and Aline Little, Jaquita Knight, and the late Yvette Simpson. She is the granddaughter of Elizabeth Harrison and the late Clayman Harrison. She's distinguished herself in several ways. She's a member of the Beta Club in grades 9 through 12. She was a member of the SAE Club, grades 11 through 12. She's a member of the FBLA Club, grades 10 through 12. She was a member of the PEP Club, grades 11 and 12. She was in the Music Club, grades 11. She was in the ECHS bands from grades 6 through 12. She's won numerous special awards. Some of those awards include English 4, the College Bound Award, U.S. Achievement Academy Awards, grade 9 through 12, Academic All-American Awards, grade 10. She was 8 Superior Solo and Ensemble medals. She was on the honor roll all 4 years. She attended the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Seminar. She was all-district band in grades 8 through 12. She also was on the WKU Honors Band, grades 10, 11, and 12. She participated in the Murray University Quad State Band. And she also placed first place in the essay contest winner in grades 12. While here at Edmonson County High School, she compiled an average, grade point average of 94.014 for the entire 4 years. At this time, it's indeed a pleasure for me to introduce to you Miss Tammy Simpson.
Fellow graduates, members of the faculty, and school board members. For us, the 1987 graduating class of Edmonson County High School, this is a night of both sadness and joy. For 12 years, we have grown closer and closer until we are now a family. In no other family can you see as much love and closeness as is in the one you see before you. We have helped each other through the rough time and cheered each other on through the good times. But tonight is our final moment together. Tonight symbolizes the ending of one phase of our life and the beginning of another. We will no longer be called boys and girls, but will now be referred to as young adults. Our easy times are now over, and we are entering the rough phase of our life, or the real world. We now go our separate ways. Some of us will be married and start families. Some will go back to school. Some will get jobs, and some of us are still undecided. But whatever we make out of our lives, we will never forget our beginnings here at Edmonson County High and the people who have helped us through these years. Our parents, friends, and teachers have given us love and encouragement and a firm hand when needed. We owe so much to them. Without their support, we would not be here tonight. To my parents, I would just like to say thank you. For the honor bestowed upon me tonight should shine on them also. To my peers, I wish you good luck and much happiness, and I give you my love. God bless you all.
Thank you, Tammy. Our valedictorian this evening comes from the Cedar Spring community of Edmonson County. Mr. Reggie Burnett. Reggie is the son of Leslie Burnett and Paulette Cole, Vincent Cole. He is also the stepson of Gary Cole. He resides with his mother and his stepfather. Spends quite a bit of time with his father also. He is the grandson of the late Hal and Elsie Burnett. His maternal grandparents are Emma Jean and Clancy Vincent of Edmonson County. His step-maternal grandparents are Leroy and Evelyn Cole. Reggie has distinguished himself in several ways. To start with, he was a governor's scholar at Center College during the spring of 1986. He received approximately $8,000 in aid at Center College. He scored a 29 on his ACT exam. He participated in the yearbook staff and the drama production at the Edmonson County High School. He was a member of our first-year academic team. He was a member of the golf team during the 1985 season. He was voted the most likely to succeed in school by his class. He was nominated for Who's Who in America and the National Honor Society. He has won numerous awards in freshman class, Algebra 1, Biology 1, and English 1. In his sophomore class, he was the winner of the Chemistry 1, Physics 1, Accounting 1. Junior year, Chemistry 2, and American History. Senior year was Biology 2 and some other awards. He placed third in the state at the WKU chemistry competition, where he received a $75 stipend and a 6-hour college credit. He was nominated 6th place in the state on the chemistry Olympiad test, 6th place in the state of Kentucky now. He placed 9th at WKU on the 3rd District Advanced Math Contest in 1987 spring. He placed 15th in the 3rd District Education Association Algebra 2 competition at Western Kentucky University in 1986. He placed 7th on the statewide chemistry test at Western Kentucky Hilltopper Days. He competed in the 1985 WKU Physics Olympic Bridge Construction Competition. He also attended Foreign Language Festival in 1985. He placed 16th at Western Kentucky University on the 3rd District Algebra 1 Regional Contest. During his tenure here, during the 4 years, he compiled a grade point average of 96.211 for his entire 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to present to you our valedictory, Mr. Reggie Burnett.
Thank you, Mr. James. I'd like to say that was a beautiful speech by Tammy Simpson. I suppose everyone expects me to have a speech as beautiful as that, but I don't. I suppose the feeling that we all have here tonight doesn't need words. It needs tears more than words. But I would like to thank a special man who's really helped me. He's guided me through all these years and helped me make some of the most decisions in my life. Mr. Del Gray, thank you a lot, bud. Can I shake your hand? When I say that tonight needs tears more than words, I say that out of a little fright because 3 weeks ago I was really worried whether I would be able to or not. It's a joyful and a sorrowful night, and I was really worried whether I could show my emotions the way I wanted to. But in these last few days, I've really come to know you guys. We've laughed, we've cried, we've hated, loved. We've had disagreements, and some of the closest friends and couples have broke up, but I think we all agree that we've made it, and we'll never lose it. And whenever we meet again, whether it's 5 years down the road or 25, and we're young or gray, whichever, we'll still have it. It'll still be there, and we'll never lose it. I consider my family as one of the tightest knit groups, and I also thank my mom for all the encouragement she's given me. But my brothers and sisters, I have no true brothers and sisters except you all. And I guess if I lost one of y'all, it would hurt me just as bad. But I realized tonight that I'm going to cry, because it is a sad feeling. It's not sad because everybody's leaving. No, it's joyful. Because as long as we remember the good times and the class of '87 spirit, we'll never be separated. This group will always be together. Thank you.
This time I'd like Mr. Dale Gray to come forward to present some scholarships and other special awards. Mr. Gray.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I present the special awards and scholarships, I want to tell you about the new pre-college curriculum. And it goes into effect this summer and this fall in the state of Kentucky. The following is the very minimum class requirements for students planning to attend college. They must have 4 years of English, and they must be English 1, 2, 3, and 4. They must have 3 years of math, and they must be either Algebra 1 or Algebra 2, Geometry, and then 1 math elective. They must have 2 sciences. One has to be either Biology or Chemistry or Physics, and then 1 elective. A half a year of Health and a half a year of PE. World Civilization and U.S. History, plus 8 electives. One of those electives has to be, as it says, 1 additional class will be from math, science, social studies, language arts, or one of the vocational courses identified in the program of studies for Kentucky schools. And there's quite a few classes that come under that. 65 of our students followed the minimum pre-college curriculum, and they're on your program with 1 asterisk. I'd like to give them a hand if we would. We also have an honors program here at Edmonson County High School where you receive the Honors Diploma. And that's much harder to acquire than the pre-college curriculum. The requirements for the Honors Diploma are as follows. You must have 4 Englishes. They must be English 1, 2, 3, and college-bound English 4. 3 maths, and they must be Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. 2 sciences, Biology 1, Chemistry, or Physics. 2 social studies, World Civilization, and U.S. History. 1 foreign language. A computer class. It could be either computer word processing or computer math. Then again, the 1 credit, the 1 additional credit from math, science, social studies, language art, or one of the vocational courses identified in the program of studies. And they are identified again with the 2 asterisks. You have to have a half a year of health and a half a year of PE, 7 electives. In order to earn the Honors Diploma, the student must also have a 3.4 grade point average for 4 years, and the valedictorian and the salutatorian must follow this program. The following seniors have gone beyond, I think, the minimum pre-college curriculum. And they received scholarships and awards that I'll present at this time. And the first ones are from Western Kentucky University. They're academic scholarships for varying amounts. And if you would, come forward when I call your name. Scott Cowles. Kimberly Sue Barbie. Ellen Miller. Margot Duval. Richard Wingfield. Tammy Sue Simpson. The next student received 2 scholarships, one from Western Kentucky University and another from the state of Kentucky for $5,000 a year for 4 years. And only 40 of these were awarded in Kentucky. And I'd like to read you a letter to this student regarding this scholarship. Dear Peggy Miller, please accept my hearty congratulations for your being selected to receive a 1987 Teacher's Scholarship. This is an accomplishment of which you should be extremely proud. This award is given in recognition of your high level of academic achievement and your commitment to provide teaching service in the Commonwealth in future years. Good teachers are critical components in our efforts to increase the quality of education for Kentucky students. And I want to thank you for the role you will surely play in the future of education. Best wishes for every success as you obtain your education and make your special contribution in the classroom of Kentucky. Sincerely, Martha Lane Collins. The next young man has won many awards during his 4 years at ECHS, and I'm going to present him with 3 more. The first is from the Kentucky Junior Academy of Science as the Edmonson County High's Outstanding Science Student. The second is an award from the Career Journal and the Kentucky Academic Association, naming him as a representative in the competition for the All-State Academic Team. The third is in $2,000 a year or a total of $8,000 scholarship for 4 years at Center College in recognition of his academic achievement. Reggie Burnett, please come forward. The next award will be presented by Scottie Woodcock. Mr. Woodcock is owner and operator of the Western Auto Store, long described as the brick store on the corner. He is also Vice President and Director of Bank of Edmonson County, and we're fortunate to have Mr. Woodcock as the administrator of the Wood to Montgomery Scholarship. Mr. Woodcock.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. I graduated from high school too many years ago, but ain't it hot in here? When I was younger, ladies and gentlemen, I was wanting to make my mark in life, and I was really striving and working like many of you did. And a certain person walked up to me one time and asked me if I knew how much I'd be missed when I died. I know you all not think of that, but I do a little bit more. And I said, no, how do you know? They said, fill a bucket plumb full of water, stick your finger down in it, and jerk your finger out. The hole you leave is how much you'll be missed when you leave here. And that took me to thinking a whole lot about what I'm going to say tonight. Because in my lifetime, I've known a lot of politicians, school people, church people, businessmen and women, and I could go on, and I would wonder what would happen if something happened to them. What would we do? But life goes on because of you and different groups of you all come on and take our place. But I represent an anonymous donor who wants to bring to our remembrance some of these people that we've had the pleasure to know in years gone by. We can remember as our minds go back, and this afternoon as I walked up to the cemetery of R.E. Monroe and saw that he passed away in 1969. And I thought that most of you all were just very young, most of you wasn't even born probably at that time. And yet I want to recognize him tonight as one of the great educators of Edmonson County that must have done something or another, as Mr. Gray did, but Mr. Burnett honored him a while ago. This man came along in life and said, I want to honor Mr. Monroe with a scholarship in his name. Also, Mr. W.L. Wood, or Walden Wood, taught at Poplar Springs, Jock, Kyrock, and Brownville, and different schools in our county. He too done the same thing, and he passed away about 2 years ago. But this scholarship keeps us in remembrance of him, if you please. But not only is this the Monroe Wood Scholarship, but it's also for all teachers, past and present. And you know, as I was saying a while ago, how easy it is to forget. I am sure that each of you here has had a special teacher, even you graduating classes here tonight. And you people in the audience, I'm sure there was a special teacher in your life. Now, honor and to keep that memory alive, why don't you just turn over to the one beside it and say, hey, you know, so-and-so was my special teacher in high school. And it don't hurt to remember that they've taken us at our most difficult times in our life. They have taken you at your most difficult time in life and tried to train you to survive in the world in which we live today. Better with an education than you would be without it. So just for a second now, would you just turn to somebody and say, my favorite teacher or a good teacher of mine was so-and-so. I'm going to give you just about 2 seconds to do that. Congratulations, senior class in 1987. I got some good news. I had 4 scholarships to pass out tonight for a total of $4,000 each. This is the first year for that. It's been $3,000 for the last, since it's been initiated. Last year, we showed what the winners of this award have done. The people who were responsible for it saw, liked what they saw. They increased it $1,000, and they added a new one to it. It's awful rough to sit up here and present awards to the classes and the salutatorian not to get anything. This year, we have included the salutatorian to also win one of the prizes. Now, these scholarships here tonight are picked by the grades that you made in high school. It doesn't have anything to do with race, religion, your financial standing, your politics. It does not enter in this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I have to say this with all honesty, and I believe in this so strongly, that if any teacher was to some instance or another raise your grade wrong in order for you to win this scholarship, then it would do away with the scholarship. That's how important this is. This is won fair and square by the one who makes the highest grade. And sometimes we have to run these out in pretty good ways. So I want to announce now the winners of the Monroe Wood Scholarship. Mr. Reggie Burnett is valedictorian. He gets one of the scholarship. All right, Tammy Simpson, the salutatorian, gets the scholarship. The math winner is Peggy Elaine Miller, daughter of Randall and Mary Miller. The winner of the English is Kimberly Sue Barbie, daughter of Alvin and Pearl Barbie of Cedar Springs. All right, these scholarships are presented now. $2,000 upon restoration of a accredited college or university. After you attend the first semester, you bring your grades in. If you have made passing grades and you have behaved yourself in a proper manner, and there's a lot of other adjectives I can put that, but just be yourself, behave yourself legally and morally, then you'll get the other $2,000 and spend as you see fit, not as big as you have. Thank you very much.
The next scholarship will be presented by Mrs. Jean Alexander Long, Vice President and Cashier of the Bank of Edmonson County.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. This business scholarship, $2,500, was established by my father, Franklin Alexander, in honor of my grandfather, Luther Franklin Alexander. Even though he owned and lived on a 100-acre farm and farmed it with tenants and sharecroppers, he was a businessman. In 1913, he was a clerk in a mercantile store in Grafton. He began his banking career in 1915 as assistant cashier of the Brownsville Deposit Bank. 1 year later, he was promoted to cashier. He served in this position until 1924, when he resigned to accept the position of cashier of the newly chartered Bank of Edmonson County. He held this position until 1958, when he was elected president to succeed his brother, D.W. Alexander. He held this position until his death in 1959. He also established the L.F. Alexander Insurance Agency in 1916 and was later joined by his sons, Owen and Franklin. He was always willing to help someone, so my father believed that he would be pleased if this scholarship was established to help an Edmonson County graduate enroll in an accredited college or university to major in the field of business. Today's complex business world requires more training than ever before. The first recipient of the Luther Franklin Alexander Business Scholarship is a student who has taken more classes offered by the Business Department of Edmonson County High School than any other student. The awards that this student has won are in 10th grade, Business Math, in 11th grade, Typing 2, in 12th grade, Business Management and Business Specialization. She plans to attend Western Kentucky University, where she will major in Secretarial Science. She is the daughter of Michael and Joan Blanton, Angela Michelle Blanton.
The next award will be presented by Howard White, teacher at Edmonson County High School.
Directly in front of me in the back of the auditorium, there's a flag that flies proudly, or hangs proudly back there, whose red stripes might well represent the blood that's been shed to enable us to be here tonight, whose white stripes might well represent the purity of ideas for which this country stands, whose blue background might well represent the courage that's been exhibited by so many to make this nation possible, and whose stars might well represent the light of democracy which we try to shed upon this world. It's important that students graduating from high school, not only in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, but throughout this nation, have appreciation for the country in which they live. As the song once said, I'm proud to be an American, and I think that this graduating class shares that feeling. In order to recognize the outstanding senior in achievement in U.S. history, a test is annually conducted which is sponsored by the Woodmen of the World Insurance Society. This test is open to any and every senior who would like to participate in that test. This year we had some of the finest students in the graduating class to compete. It was a hard contest. All the scores were very good. I want to be proud of all who took the test. The winner this year of the Outstanding Proficiency in American History Award is Mr. Shane Thomas. Welcome forward.
The next award will be presented by the President of the Edmonson County Women's Club. This is Kathy Mello.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. It's a pleasure for me to represent the Edmonson County Women's Club to give this scholarship tonight. We've worked hard, many long hours, to get the money to give a scholarship, but we felt that it was something that we needed to do and we wanted to do. So we strived hard and worked hard to get the money to enable us to do this every year. Our scholarship is worth $500. And the person receiving this scholarship has received many academic as well as non-academic honors. She was chosen who's who among American high school students her junior and senior year. Junior All-American Hall of Fame Award during her junior year, received United States Achievement Academy Award all 4 years of high school, Academic All-American Award her sophomore year, ECHS Conservation Essay first place winner her senior year. She has also received various Girl Scout and 4-H awards. She has been a member of ECHS Marching Band, Head Band, and Concert Band for 4 years. Band saxophone section leader all 4 years. She has received numerous other honors and was also chosen our salutatorian, Tammy Simpson, daughter of Charles and Vicki Simpson.
The next award will be presented by Sergeant Gregory Kaplinger, U.S. Army Reserves.
On behalf of the United States Army Recruiting Command, I'd like to congratulate the graduating class of 1987. And it's also my pleasure to present the U.S. Army National Scholar Athlete Award. This award is given to the 2 top student athletes for their athletic and academic excellence. This year's U.S. Army National Scholar Athlete Award goes to Todd Hudson and Ruth Kerman.
The next award will be presented by Coach Ed Rich.
Thank you, Dr. Ray. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that we represent the Edmonson County High School Athletic Department here at DCHS. You know, we feel that we have a vital interest in our school's academics and athletics, because we constantly have anywhere from 25 to 30% of our students involved in the athletic programs here at high school. And we think these young men and young women really grow through these programs and can see things in the future that they can reach out and grasp on. I'd like to tell you just a little bit about our football program here at ECHS. In the past 16 years that we've had football, we've had 4 young men to receive athletic scholarships to further their playing ability and their education. In 1975, we had 2 young men that signed Division I AA scholarships. Mr. Aaron Gold signed with Perry State University, and Mr. Phil Richard is involved in our athletic program here today, signed with Western Kentucky University. In 1985, we had a young man that signed with Western Kentucky University, Mr. Todd Webb. Today, we have a young man that has signed the first Division I athletic scholarship here at Edmonson County High School. In dollar value, the University of Louisville expressed to me that this is approximately $65,000 to $70,000 worth of education at the University of Louisville. This young man, in the past 4 years here at ECHS, has built his statistics up to where he is now 3rd in the state's history of passing yardage, in the all-time history of the state. He has tied for 2nd in the state in touchdown catches, or touchdown passes. This year he was listed as 1st-string quarterback in South Central Kentucky. He was All-State Honorable Mention quarterback and 3rd state All-State linebacker. We would like to present this scholarship to Brian Brown.
Just about to get to the part that everybody's been waiting for. Presentation of the class. It's kind of hard for me to do this tonight because I'm a parent of one of these graduates. And I don't know if that's the reason why I'm sweating so bad or whether it's the heat or what it is, but I've been having a rough time up here tonight. I'd like to say this about this class of 1987. This is a pioneer class across the state, because this is the first graduating class in the history of the state of Kentucky to ever be required by the State Department of Education to earn 20 credits for a diploma. That's 2 more credits than previously. And before I present this class to Mr. Webb, I would like to point out to you that some of our graduates will be wearing gold cords. Those students are members of the Beta Club. Beta Club members have to maintain a B average. Students that are wearing the red, white, and blue cords are honor students. They're our top 10 academic students this year. Also, I'd like for you to note in your program, Mr. Gray pointed out a few moments ago about the Honors Diploma and the pre-college curriculum. In our program, you'll see some students with 3 asterisks by their name. Those students are both. They have met both of those criteria. They're both honor students with an Honors Diploma, and they have also met the pre-college curriculum as mandated by the Kentucky Council on Higher Education. At this time, I'd like to tell you that our school rating of Edmonson County High School is fully accredited by the State Department of Education and is a member of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. This graduating class of 1987 has completed all the requirements of the State Board of Education and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, all those required by the Edmonson County Board of Education, and all the requirements of the Edmonson County High School and its faculty and staff. It is indeed a pleasure and a great honor for me at this time to present this class to you, Mr. Webb, for the awarding of the high school diplomas. I hereby recommend that they be awarded diplomas accordingly. Our first graduate, Sean Alexander. Kimberly Sue Barbie. Michael Roy Basham. Robert Bovis. Eva Teresa Beckler. Kelly Martin Beckler. Angela Michelle Blanton. Sonia Joe Blanton. Sherry Dale Brooks. Beverly Denise Browning. While this line is coming up, I would like to make this announcement, and that is that anyone that desires a picture, Mr. Webb will stay around after the ceremony is concluded for pictures. Brian Anthony Browning. Reggie Burnett. Sylvia Pearl Cannon. Martha Lynn Carter. Brian Kelly Carnes. Robert C. Chambers. Teddy A. Chapman. Stephanie Sue Clemens. Scott C. Cowles. Timothy S. Cowles. Sonia K. Cox. Bradley Joe Davis. Laura Gail Davis. Danny Brian Decker. Rayburn Eric Decker. William Franklin Decker. Wesley Jason Denham. Laura Michelle Douglas Webb. Gregory David Duval. Margot Duval. Jackson Joe Elmore Jr. Gina Lynn Elmore. Michelle Elmore. Becky Elmore. Danny M. Fife. Joseph T. Fontana. Sandra Denise Fox. Wendy Joe Francis Madison. Kristen Suzanne Gold. Charlotte Ann Gooding. Tracy L. Goodman. Larry D. Graham. Sharon Renee Graham. Amanda Marlene Harden. Robert L. Harden. Angela Suzette Harmon. Leah Lorene Harvey. Jeffrey David Haynes. Connie Jean Helson. Pamela Ann Hewitt. Tammy Joe Higgs Slaughter. Wendy Lee Hogan. Eric Todd Hudson. Richard Leo Hunt. Kimberly S. Jaggers. Tracy Lynn Jaggers. Billy Joe James Jr. Jeanette Ann Johnson. Lori Jean Johnson. Sandra K. Whalen Johnson. Kevin R. Kelly. Donna R. Kidwell. Ruth Ann Kernan. William A. Lawrence. Penny D. Blade. Carlos Lee. Aaron Lindsay. Lisa Ann Lindsay. Maria Jo Lindsay. Ricky Jason Lindsay. Lisa Renee Lutskin. Tanya Marie Marsh Goins. Betsy Joe McCready. Scott Douglas Mello. Amy DeHaven Meredith. Melvina J. Meredith. Ellen Marie Miller. Yvonne Gail Miller. Michael Wayne Miller. Peggy Elaine Miller. Travis Lane Miller. David Lee Minyard. Jeff Minyard is unable to be here. He's in the hospital. Lisa Ann Montgomery. Ernest O. Moon, Jr. Melanie K. Morris. Manisha Patel. Sarah Lee Patton. Jeffrey Scott Pendleton. James Daniel Petit. Kimberly Michelle Petit. Laura E. Pretty. Diana A. Kramer. Michael Noah Reed. Stephen E. Reed. Barry Joe Rich, Jr. Tanya Denise Rich. Laurie Ann Rory. Ronald Stephen Root. Kimberly Michelle Saltzman. Carrie Leland Sanders. Michael Dwayne Sanders. Stephanie Ann Sanders. Tammy Sue Simpson. Gregory David Skaggs. Johnny W. Skaggs. Melanie Beth Skaggs. Randy Speaks. Richard Shane Thomas. Michael Dwayne Thompson. Billy Dwayne Townsend. Kevin Vance. Bruce Lee Vincent. Linda K. Vincent. Tammy Sue Vincent. David B. Watt. Amanda Hope Webb Francis. Dana Marie Webb. Sherry L. Weigel. Gregory Van Whittle. Richard Allen Wingfield. Roy Morris Wingfield Jr. Michael Dwayne Woodward. David Craig Woosley. This draws us to the close of tonight's program. I'd like to say that I want to thank a few people before we dismiss. I'd like to say thank you to the senior sponsors for their hard work and dedication. Thanks to the Edmonson County Floors for the flowers and decorations. I'd like to thank Mr. Pete Clemens for his help getting things ready, and for the maintenance crew. Mr. Owen and the band, we appreciate your fine entertainment. And a special thank you to Mr. Roy James and Mr. Dale Gray for their help throughout the year. And one special thank you to one person that works here at this school. And I never can say thank you enough to this person. That's Miss Linda Cowles, our secretary. Let's give her a big hand. I want to recognize one of our teachers this time that's retiring. We've already had a little ceremony at school the other day, but I want to recognize her again and say again that we really appreciate all the fine work that she's done through the years, what she's meant to the school and the county. That's Miss Eleanor Mitchell. Would you please stand? class, I talked to you a little bit out here before we had our practice. I told you that I wouldn't make a speech to try to make you cry or anything like that. But I do want to say this. I wish you the best of luck, happiness in life, whatever you may choose to do. You're a fine group of young ladies and gentlemen. I've enjoyed being with you. Your teachers are proud of you. Your parents, relatives that are here tonight are very proud of you too. I just want to say that one more time to you and let it be at that. And at this time, I'm going to ask you to turn your rings, please. Cross your tassels this time, please. I'll ask Mr. Howard White if he will come forward at this time to do the benediction. Please stand.
As soon as the prayer is stated, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Alexander for one more thing. If you will, though, let's pray at this time. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, again we give you thanks for this day and for all the many blessings that we've enjoyed throughout this day. Particularly, Father, we're thankful for this occasion and all the joy that we've experienced at this time. Father, we're thankful for the young people who are seated before me this evening. We're thankful that we've been able to work with them as educators for at least the last 4 years. We pray, Father, that as we as educators have fulfilled our responsibility in some way to encourage them, to train them, to leave this place tonight to begin their future. Father, be with them in their future. Be with them in their daily walks of life. In times of trial and times of difficulty, help them to realize that they need only to turn to you. And help them also to realize that they still have friends here. Father, guide them, guard them, and direct them all the days of their life. Bless their endeavors. For in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
I love you. You're dismissed.